Well, it's early Wednesday evening in Paris, a couple of days away from the opening ceremony, which will take place on the Seine right behind me. In fact, you can probably see in the background some stands there that are under construction for the spectators on the night. Today was a very busy day in Paris, very busy for Australia, in fact. We had the naming of our flag bearers, and we also got a new IOC member. But there was also drama at the IOC session.
I'm just going to go straight into it. The female flag bearer for the Australian Olympic team for Paris 2024 from the sport of canoe slalom, Jess Fox. And the male flag bearer for the Australian Olympic team for Paris 2024 from the sport of hockey, Eddie Ogden.
Such a ridiculous schedule.
She ambushed me in
I
the
did.
gym.
I found her. I went searching for her. Because I also know how special this is to her family. And then I offered her the chance to come to dinner with her family to tell them. And that was a really special moment. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in person to Ed because the hype of everything happening by the time he was selected onto the team. So as soon as he was announced and he was on his way home driving in the car and the cat hands-free was on the car, I'm like, hey, how was your day? Congratulations, the 5th game. I really had to ring you. I think he had to pull over.
So where were you when you got back home?
I was driving to the gym, and I think I called out and back.
Yeah, because first he's like, look, I'm really interested, but I just have to check with the team. And this goes to show where his priority lies. Because he's like, if it impacts this team, I can't do it. Right? And to be honest, I wasn't sure either of them were going to accept the role. So I had spoken to his HPT and I was aware of why he might go that way. I said, yep, no problem, come back to me. And then he came back and he said, I'd be honoured to take it. So clearly the sport was very supportive.
I'm going to say it again, the energy around our team at that time, it's such an exciting time. We've got our partners there, some parents, things like that. And like, to be honest, we don't do that sort of big events and media and those sort of things that often. So to make it such a big event and a cool event, being named is like one of the highlights from the Olympics.
It's such a special moment for us to share this all together. And yeah, they knew, and as Anna mentioned, we had a lovely dinner together, and there was emotion there, and there's emotion today. There'll be emotion on the 26th, I'm sure, because of the magnitude of this moment and of the Olympic story in our family, and also the French connection. It's so symbolic almost that we'll be on a boat, and I spend my life on the river, and so to be able to do that is so perfect, and connect my two cultures, the French, the Australian, and share that with them. So special.
As your coach, did your mum throw anything your way to make you think about maybe not doing it, given you've got to compete the next morning?
It came more from Anna, actually. Anna said to me, I want you to think about this, and because you're competing, I want you to think, don't answer me now. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll have a think. Because it's such a huge honour, and I couldn't say no. But yes, we obviously discussed it a lot. I actually did break the secret a little bit with my inner circle, who will be supporting me in my performance, because I wanted to be able to prepare for that. So I even, I went to a Taylor Swift concert and used it as a simulation. I've got the bus in and staying and had the best night of my life. Got home late, did my hydration testing, did my meditation, ran through it all, and then had a simulation the next day. So I feel ready.
How much do you think, being in a role like that with Jess and Eddie, can impact the team, given the style of people that they are and the leadership qualities that they bring?
Look, I don't know Eddie, but it seems to me he's a funny guy. He relaxed. I know that Jess can be really, really relaxed. She's connecting with people very easily. I think she's friendly. We're not staying in a village, so it's a little bit more difficult for her to connect. But there's social media, so I'm sure she does with that. And then after her event, I'm sure she will be embracing and helping and supporting the whole Aussie team.
But I think the question was, what will they bring to the team? And I think it's a really good match. We were just watching them up on stage, and 5 Olympics, 4 Olympics, good communicators, team sport, individual. I think that's a really good pick from Anna and the Jess and Eddie show.
Everyone can't wait to that opening ceremony tomorrow. I was delighted to see the Jess and the Eddie named as the flag bearers today. I think they'll really resonate with everybody at home, and I think the Australian team were very proud to walk behind them. It was very nice personally for me today to be elected as an IOC member. It's something which is not something I aspired to, I suppose, but it's a fantastic opportunity for me to be able to continue to make a contribution to the Olympic movement. It's something I've obviously got a long history with. It's something I'm obviously very passionate about. And so for me to have the opportunity to continue to make a contribution, not just in Australia, but now also internationally, is something I'm really pleased has happened.
How do you see your responsibility as an IOC member?
Well, clearly, the representative role is of the IOC being represented in Australia. So I'm not an Australian on the IOC, the Australian representative on the IOC. I'm the representative of the IOC in Australia. And that's a particular responsibility that I have and that we at the Australian Olympic Committee have. We're basically the office of the IOC, the Australian Olympic Committee, and it's important that we continue to do their good work in pushing Olympism, not just in Australia, but also through Oceania. And it's certainly something which we're very aware of, and I'm particularly aware of, is the need to make these Brisbane Games not just a home games for Australia, but really for the whole of our Pacific Island friends as well.
Ian, a couple of former IOC members from Australia had ambitions of being an IOC president. Hasn't happened yet. Are you that man?
No, Tracy, I don't think so.
This is the situation with which the Executive Board has been confronted and has been intensively discussed also with our friends from Salt Lake City, Utah, and in particular with USOPC and our friend Jean Sykes. We have been considering how we could best address this situation and have come to the conclusion that this could happen by amending the Olympic host city contract. Having said this, I would now like to invite our Vice President, Mr. John Coates, in his capacity as Chair of the Legal Commission, to explain a little bit in more detail this amendment to the Olympic host city contract which we had discussed together.
Thank you, Mr. President. Considering the issue in connection with WADA, USADA and the US authorities, including Congress, the Rodchenkov Anti-Doping Act, and considering that it's a must, I stress the word must, for the various authorities to fully respect the supreme authority of WADA, the IOC has reinforced the current language of the Olympic host contract in order to protect the integrity of the international anti-doping system and to allow the IOC to terminate the Olympic host contract if, and here I quote, in cases where the supreme authority of the World Anti-Doping Agency in the fight against doping is not fully respected, or if the application of the World Anti-Doping Code is hindered or undermined.